Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I'm having a great conversation with Amelia Schafer. She's the executive director of the Alzheimer's Association, and you're here to talk about Alzheimer's. Good to see you.
Yes, good to see you,
And talk
Mark.
about a big event coming up here in the Vail Valley. First time you've been here, but let's kind of rewind a little bit and talk about the association and why you do this, that you do all around the country with these special events to raise money.
Yeah, so the Alzheimer's Association is a nonprofit organization. We've been around since 1980, and our vision is really simple. It's a world without Alzheimer's, so that people like you don't have family members, people like me, people out there in the Vail Valley community don't have to learn someone they love has Alzheimer's disease.
I mean, we talked off camera. We talked about my grandfather and how he suffered from Alzheimer's. He passed away from a combination, I think, of that in his old age. And the early onset, you don't quite know exactly what it is initially.
Yeah.
And I think it's a way to raise awareness for everybody. You said the stigma of Alzheimer's is kind of diminished a little bit now.
It is.
As we get in, deeper rooted. And you said there's hope and signs of some healthy, what's the word I want to talk about? It's some ways to help cure or to help
Intervene.
the funding to intervene.
Right,
yeah.
right, exactly. And I think for people to understand that in Colorado right now, we have 71,000 people living with Alzheimer's disease. That's a lot of folks, and every year more people die of Alzheimer's than prostate and breast cancer combined. So when you look at the scope of the problem, we know at the Alzheimer's Association we've got to do something about it. And so we're right here in Avon. We have a support group that's been going for many years to help caregivers, but we're also really out in the forefront of science because we know that to have a vision of a world without Alzheimer's, we've got to invest in research. And so we're the largest nonprofit funder of research in the world, which is great.
Wow.
It is, but we'd like some competition, and we want to really beef that up because, as we said earlier, we don't know enough about Alzheimer's, and we really need to know more to figure out how it starts and where it starts and what are the right treatments and how eventually could we prevent the disease. We don't have those answers right now, and that's why we have our Walk to End Alzheimer's, because the scope of the problem is so huge.
So you have walks all over the country.
We do.
You have had 11 in Colorado in the past. This year for the Vail Valley is the first time the walk comes to the Vail Valley. It makes that a total of 12 in Colorado. And this is going to be on October the 20th at the Brush Creek Park and Pavilion. Tell us about this event specifically and how people can get involved.
Yes, we're so excited. We've actually been looking at all of the different pockets of Colorado where we want community support. And we had a couple of really important community leaders step up and say, you know what, we want our community to support an end to Alzheimer's as well. And so shout out to Gary Wicklund and Chuck Smallwood, because they're really responsible for making sure that a walk happens here. And what we need is really community support. We have a lofty goal of $100,000. We need sponsors. We need people to start teams and actually get other folks to fundraise. I showed you we brought some cheesy swag into the studio.
Swag.
It's cheesy swag, Mark, but we love it.
You know, but you're in support. Like for example, when you contribute $500 or more individually, you get the special flag. You put the name in there of the person you're walking for.
That's right.
I mean, it's cheesy, but it's not cheesy
yes.
at the same time.
We have the footsteps for the Walk to End Alzheimer's. You can ask for a $5 or $10, $20 donation. Hang them up around your business. We want to be here to help this community succeed and reach that $100,000 goal. Lots of people are watching Vail Valley right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think it's just a matter of snowballing. One person starts and they get engaged. They get their friends engaged with it. So it's just a matter of going to the website, I think, to start it all, right?
That's right.
Go to that website. It's alz.org/walk.
That's right.
And then the event is going to be on October the 20th at the Brush Creek Pavilion, 10 o'clock?
It's 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock registration. And I also want to say, if people right now are struggling with Alzheimer's or dementia, or you know someone, please call us. We have a 24-hour helpline number. We want to get people connected with support so they don't think they have to go through this disease alone. So hopefully you have our phone number there as well. We want to make sure.
We do, it's up on the screen.
Yeah, we want to make sure people know they don't have to do this alone.
Amelia, nice meeting with you.
Nice meeting you, Mark.
Nice interview. Thank you very much.
Thanks so
much. Hey,
much.
remember, October the 20th, Brush Creek Pavilion in Eagle, the Walk to End Alzheimer's. You can go to that website or give them a call. We're going to take it to Eagle next. Maddie has a look at that weather forecast.